Welcome. Hello, everybody. Let me just check my settings, make sure everything is copacetic on my end so that you can hear me and you can see me before we really start this episode. So let me do my tech check because we are in Mercury retrograde right now. The shadow period has been a little bit of a doozy as well. So, a couple of weeks ago, I did do some live card of the day polls using my third-party streaming software. And for some reason, I just went on and on and on for a good 5 minutes and realized that it didn't record at all. And you couldn't even see me or hear me. You could just see my background and the overlays, such as, my information at the bottom. So let me make absolutely certain that we are broadcasting and everything is working. So hold, please. Or if you are watching, go ahead and let me know that you're watching and where you're tuning in from. That would also be incredibly helpful. Okay, let's see here. Looks good on the tube of you. Yeah, looking good on the tube of you. Sorry, not the tube of you, the book of face. Let's double check the tube of you, make sure that is working. Looks good to me, but let me make sure. Always want to make sure before we really get started on this anniversary episode of the Tarot by Hilary live stream. Can you even believe it? I can't believe it. Yeah. Everything looks good. Yay. That's great. So before we get into intros, let me go ahead and run our little intro splash video that I've been doing. Let's see. Not here. Is it here? Aha, it's here. Okay, I'll be right back. Let's see. All right, that's sounding a little bit tinny and weird, but at least I heard it. Let me check my volume here too. Yeah, I've got my microphone going. No, I guess it sounds okay for me. Hopefully it sounds better for you. So welcome to another episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Hilary of tarotbyhilary.com, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. And welcome to the anniversary episode of this here live stream. So Katie is here. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Sophia is here as well. Katie's saying hi to Sophia. It's a grand old time. It's a party. It's a party. So let me quickly review the description if you just happen to come across this feed or come across this live stream and you haven't read the description that I put along with it. So can you believe it? Can you believe it's been 4 years of me live streaming weekly or semi-weekly? Most of the time I've been doing live stream every Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or now that I've moved, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join me for a celebratory episode where we'll be discussing our favorite episodes from this year and of all time. We'll also be celebrating 1 year. This is crazy. I didn't even realize I've been doing it for this long, but it is the official 1 year anniversary of the mid-episode reading. And it feels like just yesterday that I introduced this feature, but as it turns out, I was like looking at my notes and looking at my description for last year's 3rd anniversary show, and I saw that that was the introduction to the mid-episode reading. I'm like, my God, like I keep on thinking it's just like only a couple of months that I've been doing it, but it's actually been a year. So celebrate the anniversary, the true 1 year anniversary of the mid-episode reading as well. And as always, we will start the episode with astro-weather from Teresa Reed's wonderful AstroBiz Digest, and of course, end the episode with the weekend forecast. So first of all, I want to start. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. 4 years, Katie. Can you believe it? So first of all, I want to thank all of you. Like first and foremost, I wouldn't have been able to do this without people watching it. You know, otherwise it's just me talking into the ether and hoping that somebody maybe hears me. So for those of you that have been here from the start or have gathered together over time, thank you so much. Big gratitude. So I welcome you. Like this is kind of an episode for you as well. A little bit of like a behind the scenes kind of thing. Because like if you bring your favorite episodes of this live stream, you might get some behind the scenes stories and the hot tea or the hot goss that was going on behind the scenes of that. And then also for you new viewers that happen to come across this episode as the anniversary episode and it's your first time watching and listening, welcome to you too. And I'm grateful for you as well. I'm always grateful for all of it. Oh, and by the way, so in true Mercury retrograde fashion, I have another alert from the Book of Face saying that the Book of Face has stopped my broadcast because it might be in violation of their terms of service yet again. I don't know how. I don't know why. This has been a new pop-up that has been going on for a while now. So if some of you are watching on the Book of Face and you're worried that you're not seeing what you need to be seeing, come on over to the Tube of You. It's the same handle at Tarot by Hilary, wherever you subscribe or wherever you follow me on social media. It's going to be at Tarot by Hilary with 1 L on most of my social media platforms. So those of you tuning in on the Tube of You, sorry, not the Tube of You, the Book of Face, you may want to switch over to the Tube of You and just let me know if you can still see me. That'd be great. And if I don't get a response, that answers my question. All right. I was going to apply some lipstick before the broadcast, but then I was listening to my little, pre-show countdown thing that I created the other day and grooving along to that music. It's actually like a preset that I found on Canva for like gaming, like Twitch gaming and gaming streaming that I just repurposed to my own nefarious deeds. Though there is gaming going on in the background. Not me. I'm not gaming right now. Mr. Tarot by Hilary is gaming right now. So I was going to put on lipstick while I was like, waiting in the background for the intros for the countdown to go down to, do my intro live and then move into the evergreen, hey, like, subscribe, follow, book a reading, etc. um, which has just become, kind of my evergreen little video package that I do. Because I just didn't have time to do the anniversary episode kind of video. But that's fine. That's all good. So, in honor of the anniversary episode, and before we get into the astro weather from Therese Reed, in which we talk a little bit about the astrology that's going on right now, Mercury retrograde is a really big part of this update because we're in Mercury retrograde. It started on Wednesday, I believe. And the shadow period for this has already been like, whoo. So I think it's from August 23rd to September 14th, this go around. August 23rd to September 14th of 2023. So we'll talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde. We're not going to go into depth about Mercury retrograde, but I'm pretty sure I did a past episode on the live stream about Mercury retrograde and what it entails and what you should be looking out for and which facets of life is affected by a Mercury retrograde. But yeah, that's going to figure prominently in the astro weather. But first of all, before we go any further, I want to show you some stats about the live stream that I pulled up the other week. It may have changed a little bit since the other week, but probably not that much. So let's look. So I've been broadcasting with Be Live as my third-party app for the Book of Face, for the Tube of You, for this live stream, basically almost the majority of the live stream. There may be a couple of the first episodes that was just on the Book of Face or the Tube of You as standalone videos. And I think originally what I was doing was I wasn't even simulcasting because Be Live didn't have that as a feature yet. So I would have to go live on one platform to then download that to upload it to another platform. So it was a really big headache at first. Worth it though, very worth it. But now that there's simulcasting, I don't have to do that. I have it native to both places when everything works out. Knock on wood, because we are in Mercury retrograde. But I do have some stats from since the time of starting to do these live streams on Be Live. I've done 195 live broadcasts, and that's not just the Friday night live stream. That's also little pop-ups when I would record stuff live, such as card of the day energy, or just hanging out, or doing like a book review, or a tarot deck review, or an unboxing, or the unboxing first reaction of my first tarot book that came out in November of 2022, How to Read Tarot, Profiles, Guided Exercises, and Reference Charts. This is my book. This is my first tarot book. I'm pretty darn sure it's not going to be my last book. So that came out in November of the past year, and that's probably going to be an episode that I talk about on this kind of like greatest hits episode of the Tarot by Hilary live stream. But yeah, 195 live broadcasts, 14 maximum viewers. So we can definitely get that stat up, I think, in the next year. I think there's going to be a lot more people watching this live stream, hopefully. And I'm putting that out there. I'm manifesting that shit. But yeah, that was probably one of the episodes in which I was doing readings, like one question, one card readings. Remember when I used to do those? And since then, I'm just like, probably not. It doesn't really attract the right kind of people. Sometimes the freebie seekers, they get really demanding really quickly. Even though you're doing them a favor by giving them a free reading, sometimes they don't take the advice seriously because it's a free reading. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we don't really have that kind of person tuning in for very long on this live stream. We've got some good people here. 10,286 comments received. Wow, that's a lot of comments. and 453 reactions received. So these are those statistics that are coming from BeLive since I've been using that as my third-party app. I found it to be very interesting, and I wanted to share it with you guys since, you know, it is the anniversary episode of this live stream. What is over here? Ow. Just stubbed my toe. Ouchie. Okay. So what does everyone think about that? That's interesting, right? Those are the statistics. And, you know, there may be a few gaps here and there in those statistics, but I thought that to be very fascinating. Like, I didn't think that there was going to be 10,286 comments, 453 reactions. Like, that's nuts. That's crazy. Hold on. I'm just going to double check that we're still recording over on the Book of Face. Okay, caught up. Good, 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 good. All right, cool. I'm just going to go ahead and close up that because that's going to distract me. So yeah, I wanted to share those statistics with you before we move into the astrology, the astro-weather from Teresa Reed's wonderful AstroBiz Digest, which, you know, if you've been watching this live stream for a while, it's like one of the cornerstones of these episodes in which I share from it for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night so that you can get your astrology fix and also to promote Teresa's work because it's really great. It's a great subscription, and honestly, it's $99 for the year. I don't think she's ever raised the price, and I just think it's a really fantastic service that she provides. So where did that go? Let me clean up my staging a little bit here. There it is. So this is what I'm talking about right here. The AstroBiz Digest, $99 for a year-long subscription where you get astrology in layman's terms right to your email inbox. Very, very good service. I'm going to go ahead and show the link there. Please don't click on it now. Wait until the end of the broadcast and then you can depart. So always recommend the AstroBiz Digest. So let me go ahead and pull that up and let's get into it. Let's get into it for overall what's going on this week astrologically, and then also what's going on specifically for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I am quite sure that the Mercury retrograde is figuring very prominently. All right, 21st to the 27th. Yeah, highs and lows. Okay. This week has some highs and lows. First up, the sun tours Virgo for 4 weeks, beginning on the 23rd. If you love details and efficiency, you'll adore Virgo season. Now is the time to roll up your sleeves and move through your tasks like a machine. No matter how big the project, you can chip away and get it done. This period is also fabulous for editing, cleaning up websites, and sorting out all the little stuff. Just be careful of workaholism and perfectionism. You'll lose the plot if you get hung up in those spaces. Know when to back off and chill. The sun will enter Libra on September 23rd. So we're in Virgo season between the 23rd of August to September 23rd. Okay. Next, the big one. Hold on. Hold, please. Iced coffee. So next up, Mercury stations retrograde on the 23rd. So not only did the sun enter Virgo on the 23rd, but also Mercury stationed retrograde on the 23rd. So Teresa says in her own words, I've already felt this vibe kicking in. My computer has been acting up and communication has been aggravating. I'm usually patient, but this one has been testing my mettle. Anywho, you'll want to avoid signing contracts, buying new tech gear, and anything last minute during this period. Make plans, especially for travel, but have plans B and C on hand. Expect delays and keep your cool. And for the love of all things holy, back up your computer. This period, Mercury retrograde, lingers until September 15th. So August 23rd to September 15th, we are in Mercury retrograde, and it does affect travel, technology, and communication. Okay, finally, Mars will enter Libra on the 27th. While this transit is dynamite for creative work and networking, it's not so hot for decision making. Combine this with Venus and Mercury retrograde, and you'll want to pump the brakes on major business decisions until later next month. So we're not there yet. This is going to be happening on Sunday. Mars in Libra also brings the passive aggressive types out of the woodwork. Those clients who won't take no for an answer, be sure to erect firm boundaries if you want to avoid getting pissy. Mars moves into its home base of Scorpio on October 12th at 12:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's all the transits that's fit to print, for the big ones that's fit to print for this week. Are we ready for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in specific? Please let me know. Give me a hell yeah in the chat. Let me know that you're still with me. Let me know that Mercury retrograde hasn't fucked us all over. All right. Friday. The moon trines Venus at 5:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, an excellent time for marketing. Automate a few things on social media and sleep in. If you're up at that time, it's fantastic for connecting with folks through presentations, public speaking, or live streams. Sorry, folks, that's a little too early for me. The public is interested and in the mood to spend. Inspire the masses with a pep talk when the moon trines Chiron at 2:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If the world is unpredictable, be the port in the storm. Shut everything down when the moon squares Mercury at 6:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, that's when we started this live stream. Oops. Hypocrites and big mouths will be in the news. Let them have the floor while you head straight to the dance floor. So today, Friday, August 25th, is a power day for Sagittarius and a weekday for Gemini. But you know that I'm not going to let some astrology stop me from taking on this live stream, right? All right. So Saturday starts off on a surly note due to the moon squaring Mars at 7:56 a.m. And it's also void. That means you don't want to be in the public eye right off the bat. Wait until the moon darts into steady Capricorn at 9:05 a.m. Once that occurs, the weekend becomes all about ambition. Use these 2 days to meet and greet, strategize, make crucial decisions. Saturday afternoon is especially delicious for power lunches or happy hour with fellow ballers, thanks to the moon-sun trine at 2:39 p.m. and the moon-Saturn sextile at 3:39 p.m. Host something fun, discuss possible joint ventures, or simply hang out. Sunday puts the sun in opposition with Saturn, which could deliver a few obstacles. Avoid rigidity today. Remain flexible and you'll make plenty of progress. Mars prances into Libra at 9:20 a.m., your perfect excuse to amp up your networking. We already talked a little bit about that before. Travel improves when the moon trines Jupiter at 10:58 a.m. If you're heading out of town or returning home, you shouldn't have too many problems. It's also fantastic timing for marketing. If you make enough noise around this time, it will pay off. The public is in a funk when the moon squares Chiron at 5:27 p.m. The news could be depressing then, making people distracted and glum. But that changes when the moon trines Mercury at 8 p.m., followed by a moon-Uranus trine at 11:22 p.m. This duo means the evening is super duper for meetings with your team, brainstorming sessions, writing, and plenty of online marketing. Of course, if you don't want to work, a lively dinner with your besties could end the week on a happy note. Both days, Saturday and Sunday, are power days for Capricorn and weekdays for Cancer. So if you have Capricorn figuring prominently in your chart, those should be power days for you. If you have Cancer figuring prominently in your chart, they may be a little bit weaker for you. All right. That's a lot. That's a lot going on. So I do want to open up the floor if anyone wants to ask about the other days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if they had a particularly difficult day that day and they want to know the astrological reason why. By the way, if you say Wednesday, I'm going to say it was Mercury retrograde. Because Mercury, Wednesday was pretty bad. But I'm happy to get into details if you'd like. And while we're waiting, people can start to think about what your favorite episodes have been of this live stream. Not to inflate my ego, even though I am an Aries, I am a fire sign and I do like the attention. I'm not going to lie. But this is more about not an ego flattering for me, but more what episodes you found beneficial as a viewer or a longtime viewer that you can then give over to somebody else and be like, hey, if you really struggle with like astrology stuff or how it connects to tarot, I'd recommend this episode. Or, that episode on charm casting really helped me to understand how charm casting is different from, the divination system that I like, and how it can augment or you can better understand your way in one divination system through knowing another divination system and seeing the commonalities and the differences. So it's just like, this is not necessarily an anniversary episode to celebrate, even though it is, or to flatter my ego, even though it kind of is. It's more to help each other. Like if someone is new to these episodes and this is the first episode that they're watching, what episode would you recommend to watch next? This is, of course, while we're thinking about the astrology. So let me know if you want me to take a look at the astrology of the last week from the AstroBiz Digest. I'll give it a minute or so, and then we'll move into some of your favorite episodes. I definitely have favorite episodes. I'm not going to lie. Even though sometimes it is like the latest episode is usually my favorite episode because it's the one that's easiest to recall. But there is one episode that actually is coming to mind right now that I'm like, I should start with that one because it's definitely one from this past year. So let me look into that. I will wait, but also not wait at the same time. My channel. Can definitely see what the most popular episodes have been too. That one's a surprise. Interesting. Of course, now I can't find that episode that I wanted to start with. Aha! I got it. So no takers? Besides, yes, Wednesday sucked, but we know why, because it was Mercury retrograde start. The shadow period for Mercury retrograde was particularly bad, I think, this time around. I'm not going to lie about that. I found it. Yes, I did. All right, I think I can use this link here. All right, so let's get into it, since nobody said any specific day for the astrology. So I'm going to assume Wednesday sucked for everybody and go with that. And the reason why is Mercury went retrograde. Okay, so let's share some of your favorite episodes. Now I'm going to start with one of my favorite episodes has to do with my book. When I received author copies of my book. So that's probably going to be like a number one top 10 episode on these, like for all time, because this is a live reaction to me receiving my author copies for my first book, How to Read Tarot. So let's take a look. Talk in a language that you will understand. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm really, really hoping this works. I hope beyond hope that this works, because I don't think I've ever done a live stream and also a scheduled stream at the same time. So the scheduled stream is on Friday night, as always. So hopefully you're not seeing that description. You're seeing the description that is meant to be seen right now. But I'm going to go ahead and double check just to make sure that this is working correctly. Otherwise, I'm going to be emotional. If I look with you, I was writing the email and then my buzzer rang, and yeah. So this is quite literally happening right here and right now. This is the reason why it's not a scheduled thing. It's not Friday night. It's not a Friday night live stream. This is live reaction to me opening the box that contains my author copies of my book. So if I'm getting emotional, it's because I am, in fact, emotional. If I look like a train wreck right now, that's because I am a train wreck right now. No piercings in my ears, messy hair, sweatshirt. Like this is the author's dream, right? Okay. So if you're watching right now, please let me know, that you're watching and where you're tuning in from. I would love to hear it. I'm all skip ahead. We are going to have, I believe we're going to have Jenna Matlin on the show. So Jenna Matlin is also known as the Queen of Wands Tarot, or used to be. And she has a book that's just come out, or is coming out, called Will You Give Me a Reading, I think is the name of the book. So, oh my, oh, it's so pretty. Oh my God, guys. It's a book. It's a book. It's a book. It's a book. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Have you guys been getting your books yet? It's like, I think the funniest story was that someone commented and said, you know, your book has arrived, but I haven't really gotten a chance to like deep dive into it yet. And I'm just like, what do you mean your book has arrived? I haven't gotten my author copies yet. What the hell? So I reached out to my publisher and I was just like, just checking in. Just wondering when, like, if there's anything else I need to do, any other approvals, or, you know, and when should I be expecting my author copies? And, oh my God, guys, it's real. It's real. It's real. So I didn't know how I was going to feel. And I think I was more emotional finding out that my book was in other people's hands instead of my own. Because that's when I cried. Happy tears. But like, look at the back. Oh my God, it's so freaking pretty. And also I'm realizing that my coffee table completely needs to be cleared off so I can put my freaking book on it. Let me wave. Page 82. Okay. And of course, I quoted from Teresa a couple of times. Karma, free will, and other folks all play a part in what the future may hold. As readers, we do our best, but must understand that no one can see it all. It's true. It's true. It's still true. Aw, sweet. You were so happy. It's such a gorgeous book, too. I have it on my living room table right now. Awesome. That's so great to hear. I love that. Dina says, congratulations. And love the back. Yep. Mm-hmm. And Katie says, it was so exciting you getting a book deal. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy that happened. And that happened last year. So yeah, that's always going to be a #1 episode. And it's not even like part of the Friday night live stream episodes, but it's like still kind of a part of it because it's just a part of it. Now we did have an official, more official one that we did later on. Where it was just like, I did like a launch, basically like a book launch, like celebrate the launch of my book with me, like on the launch date. So that was November 22nd of 2022 was the official book release of How to Read Tarot. But this particular video that I'm featuring now happened on October 26th, which is when I received my author copies. So I always enjoy doing live reactions, like live unboxings, the first impressions, like that is real. That's a very real reaction. It's in the moment. Like you are seeing my real reaction to receiving my book and holding my book in my hands for the first time. Like that's just real. And I hope that conveys itself through the screen and through, you know, the page and through the words that I'm saying, you know. So we do have some, you know, comments here on favorite episodes. Katie's saying, I enjoyed you bringing on guests like Sophia. That's a great one. So was there any particular episode that you can think of? Like Sophia's contributed to the live stream quite a bit. Like the last time we broadcast a couple of weeks ago was on Kipper, I believe, because it's a divination system that I wanted to understand and I've been hearing a lot about. And so Sophia had the Lenormand and Kipper deck. So I was just like, you're coming on. I'm volunteering you that you're coming on and sharing Kipper with us. Even if you're still learning it, like I would like you to come and share it with us. So I agree with you. I enjoy bringing on guests, and I look forward to bringing on more guests. I loved having on Meg Percy, who is a human design expert, because, human design is a very interesting concept that a lot of people are getting into right now. And, I enjoyed having her on, and I do plan on adding more people from Gala Darling method that I got to meet through my tapping certification, like Meg. There's also Lori Spitz, who does breath work, that I had never even heard of breath work before. And she was also another fellow graduate of the first round of the Gala Darling method, and that's how I met her. And so that's how I was introduced to breath work. So all of these different people that I've been meeting through tapping and through my tapping certification are introducing me to these different modalities or complementary modalities that go very well with intuition and psychicism and healing and tarot. So that's really fascinating. And I hope to bring more people onto the broadcast, especially talking about different topics that you're interested in. Because if I don't know about something, I'm going to bring on an expert and be like, okay, tell us about this. And then Katie says, also your Sabbath series. Yes, the Sabbath series. That was fun. And for some reason, what was the one that I never got around to that I finally did after a year? I think it was the autumn equinox one that I finally got around to completing the wheel of the year. But yeah, that Sabbath series is available as a playlist on the Two of You and the Book of Face. Well, not exactly a playlist on the Book of Face, because I don't know if it's capable of that. But certainly on the Two of You, I've created a playlist of all of the Sabbath series of episodes. So if you want to check that out and find out, what is how to celebrate Yule, how to celebrate how to celebrate Imbolc, or how to celebrate autumn equinox or midsummer. We have an episode for that. We have a series of episodes on that. So let's see. Yep, that's true. That's true, Dean. I'll never forget the annual spread where March 2020 had the death card. Death reversed. So it was like that black cloud coming up. And it's just like, how were we to know? And remember, this is not me tooting my own horn about how I'm the best psychic in the world. That was a reading for the collective from the collective. I am very much about group participation here on the live stream. And it's just like, you guys did that too. Something somewhere, we were sensing something was coming. We just didn't know how to describe it because we've never lived through a pandemic before. Some of us, a lot of us, haven't lived through a pandemic before. I mean, how were we to know that? And I think that's a really great example of not knowing what a reading is saying until the hindsight, until looking back and being like, oh, that's what that meant. Crazy, right? Katie says, I've forgotten the name of the oracle, the shiny little metal pieces that you could wear. Yes, I really enjoyed seeing the not quite an unboxing, but a reveal of the different pieces. That's the Tessera oracle. And that one is that's going to be one of my most popular ones. So I'm looking at my Tube of You, and I'm seeing which episodes are the most popular. There's a little quick one that I did. There's a quick video that's only less than 2 minutes long. So you can't really call it an episode, but it's simply me shuffling overhand and showing how to show people how to shuffle overhand, which is my method of shuffling because I have very small hands. And that has over almost 2,000 views, which is unheard of for some of my videos. Like, I'm still a tiny, tiny minnow in this YouTube pond or tube of you pond. But the Tessera is the one that you're thinking of. So Tessera is the one that you're thinking of. So, and that is this second most popular. So that is, yeah, that's like not even 200 views, but that is the second most popular video on there, is the Tessera Oracle unboxing and readings. So hold on, let's see if I can pull it up from the share link, shall we? But yeah, that is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful charm deck. And you can also wear it too. Yeah. So let me show that. Sorry, I got a very distracting text message just now. Let's see. Back when I was blonde, by the way. Let's see. And just unavoidable, but also part of its charm. So I kind of started, I don't know, internet stalking to see when it was going to become available, because, you know, the Kickstarter was backed, and so everyone was getting sent out their oracles because they participated in the Kickstarter. And there's enough left over now for it to be sold on the website. So even before they announced that the store was open, I slipped in there and I ordered, and I was so happy that I did. I think I was order number 2. So that just tells you how magpie and crazy I am for new divination systems. Let me pull another one for you. By the way, I don't know where my Tessera is right now. I'm sure it is in a box somewhere, but I have it. I just don't know where it is. All right. So, Champagne, you have, it looks like a koi fish. Koi fish, lucky fish. That. And let me find the corresponding information. So, yeah, let's see. Yes, Sophia talking about Lenormand, since I had never seen it and had it and had it well described. Sadly, not been able to get that particular cards, the Sorcery Underground. Yeah, I don't. He does. I believe he does small printings. So you may still be able to get a copy of the Sorcery Underground, but I think he does smaller print batches, and that might be the reason why you're not able to get it. Let's see. Also, your Halloween book reading, The Blue-Nosed Witch. Yes, every year. And when we were packing to move, I was looking and I was just like, I got to make sure that I pack this. Like, I cannot lose my copy of The Blue-Nosed Witch, because it is just not a book that I think they produce anymore. I think it's out of print, or that particular edition of it with the blue ink blot at the bottom. That you can kind of do like a flip book thing. Yeah. I don't think they make that anymore. So Sorry, I'm just laughing at Katie's comment. I was going to say you should do some readings from the Tessera Oracle, but we'll have to wait until you find it again. Most definitely. Um, and one of the things I really love about the Tessera Oracle is that you can use the charms, right? You can have a little baggie and shake up the charms and then pull the charm and then wear the charm, which is a great feature. I love that. I wish more people would do stuff like that. And, people have been, are you expanding your house? Were you adding rooms? Did you know how to do that before? Have you done that before? Sorry, we're completely distracted in this household by Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And Mr. Tarot by Hilary has already made his way through the storyline of it. I am way far behind in that, but he's like starting to like build his house out and expanding his room and his house. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. Yeah. So, but yeah, what I like about the Tessera is that also for the meanings of the Tessera, it comes on these little cards. So you can, even if you don't have access to the charms, if you have access to the cards, you can shuffle up the cards and you can still give a reading that way, even if you don't have the charms. So, however, I don't know where either of those things are. So I know I probably packed them together and then bound them up in cloth or in a baggie, and then put them with my magic stuff and then promptly forgot where the box is. So it's here somewhere. I haven't lost it. And actually the snake charm is on my altar right now on the chain because I was doing a magical working with that particular charm. Which didn't actually work out, unfortunately. But yeah, so I know where one Tessera charm is. It's on my altar right now. I can see it from where I'm sitting. So, but yes, that will have to wait. Tessera Oracle readings will have to wait until I find them again. Oh no, I did not know that Katie hasn't done a run of the Sorcery Underground since. He's done other card sets. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No. Dina says tarot spells was also fun. Did I do a tarot spells one? I've taught that class so many times at this point that I have lost track of how many times I've taught it and to who. I know the last time I taught it was this past weekend at Harvest Gathering. I know that because I had to send out the notes and I just taught it last weekend. So that's where I was this weekend. That's the reason why we didn't have a show last week, because I was up in the wilds of Connecticut, doing ritual and dancing around a fire and drinking wine out of a horn and teaching 2 classes, one on using tarot for spell work, which is one of my signature classes. And then the other one was a brand new class teaching witches how to tap. So, and that went really well, by the way. I know I was freaking out a little bit about it, but I guess that's just part of my process is that I freak out first and then I calm down later. And then when I'm teaching, not a problem. It's always the lead up to teaching that I get a little bit like, ah. So, but yeah, tarot spells. Did I do tarot spells using tarot for spell work or charming a tarot card is probably the one that I did on here. Let me pull that up. How to connect with a tarot deck. Tarot and mediumship was also a popular one too. Yeah, the 2020 tarot reading for the collective is also very popular with a lot of people too. Tarot Myths Busted. Charming a tarot card. I found it. I got it. It's right here. I don't even remember what I said on that one. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's check that out. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. I am your host, Hilary Perry Haggerty of tarotbyhilary.com, and that is Hilary with one L. If you look for my name with two L's, you are looking for the wrong person. It is an ongoing battle for people to spell my name correctly. It's the English spelling. What can I say? Both my parents are British. Anyway, but are not as familiar with spellcasting. So I've taught this both ways, and actually I wanted to teach this last week, but unfortunately there was a passing in my husband's family. So we had a lot of stuff going on the Friday and the Saturday. So this is a rescheduling of the topic that I was going to teach you. But I have just come back from St. Louis, from the Card Slingers thingy, and taught this class there. So I wanted to be able to provide some kind of taste of what I did in St. Louis for our first attendees of the Card Slinger thingy. So this is just a small portion of what I taught there, which was, and we had a combination of people, both people that were familiar with spellcasting and then people that were more familiar with tarot, but not quite as familiar with how to bring spellcasting into your tarot practices. So as usual, tarot works the way you want it to work. Come into using tarot for spell work with an experimental scientist's mind. Have fun with it. Remember that tarot was created originally as a game similar to bridge. So when we approach tarot, we can do so with reverence and respect, but also with a sense of fun and curiosity as well. And if you're tuning in live and you agree with me, can I get a hell yeah here in the chat room? Let me pull up my notes. It said it couldn't be submitted though. So let's move on to actually charming a tarot card. First, what I'm going to explain a little bit about is the nature of spellcasting. So, tarot is an incredibly versatile tool. One thinks of tarot of its immediate uses first, that of reading for someone past, present, and future, divination, but you can also charm a tarot card to bring aspects of the tarot card into your life, those energetic aspects, and to create a life that you want. So it's not just about waiting for the cards that come up to tell you that you have a beautiful future. You can specifically and with focus choose the tarot cards and charm them to empower yourself, to use them as affirmations, but moreover to cast a spell to bring the future that you want to you. Sorry about the cackling there, folks. Mr. Tarot by Hilary is trying to do something in this game, and he was thwarted, and it made me laugh. Yeah, exactly, Dina. The reference to the correct spelling of my name, Hurricane Hilary, LOL. Yeah, or Tropical Storm Hilary, as you like. That made me laugh too, and I made a meme about it where it's just like, oh, the correct spelling of your name is trending because you just so happen to be a tropical storm or a hurricane that's making landfall on the West Coast for the first time since like the 1800s. So yeah, I do have a pretty good witch cackle, if I do say so myself. Thank you. So Katie says you also did it only took you how long to be able to figure this out, right? I also like that you're posing like you would, like Randy Orton, right? Like, anyway, sorry, I'm so distracted right now. You're ridiculous. You're a ridiculous human being. Yeah, so Katie's saying you also did using tarot cards for inspiring characters and ideas for writing stories. Yes, for NaNoWriMo, for National Novel Writing Month. Tarot for writing, yes. So tarot can be used like, and I thank you for the great feedback, you guys, about episodes that you really liked. Tarot can be used for so much more than just just divination. But I mean, like, it's pretty darn good for divination, but it can be used for so much more than divination. It can be used in art. It can be used in manifestation. It can be used in spell work. It can be used to inspire characters and plot points for writing. If you happen to be embarking on National Novel Writing Month, which you know I'm going to be doing again in November, when everybody else is doing it, to ride on the momentum of everyone doing National Novel Writing Month, it's very possible to be able to write a 50,000 word novella in a month. And I can say this because I've done it a couple of times now with a lot of help and encouragement from Mr. Tarot by Hilary. Putting my feet to the fire basically and saying, hey, have you done your word count today yet? No? Go do it. And it's like, we can't do fun things until you go do your word count. And I'm just like, but, and just like, no, go do your word count. I'm like, damn. But tarot cards can be a great source of inspiration for inspiring characters, inspiring their personality, writing stories, even for nonfiction writing. You can use tarot for that. Like, let's see. Where is it? All about oracle decks, reading with reversals, tarot myths, tarot and writing. Yeah. So let's pull that one up. Sure. Why not? Completely forgot about that one. This is what happens when you've been doing this for 4 years. You forget about episodes that you've done. So thank you for calling that one to my attention. I had completely forgotten about that in the fervor of doing National Novel Writing Month. Hi, everybody. I know I'm a little tiny bit late tonight, but it is roughly 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And be completely present. Bring a notebook and a pen with you, but keep it in your bag until you need it. And just walk and pay attention to everything around you. And when you start to get ideas, the flood of ideas start coming, that's when you would find a place like in the park, find a bench, find a seat somewhere, pull out your notebook or your pen to write dialogue. So I'm wondering what these characters are saying to one another. Is everything going to plan? Is there some conflict going on? I wish I had a pointer here, but I can't. The image is just there. So go ahead and take a look at the image as you're watching this. And you can either note it in our chat section here or go ahead and make your own notes if you are taking notes based on this workshop. What do you see in the Three of Pentacles if you were writing a story, or even if nonfiction, fiction, it doesn't matter. In what ways can you use this card to brainstorm about what you're writing? Is he using the right tool? Are the two people that are standing down on the floor there and looking up at the guy that has it looks like a chisel in his hand? Are they gossiping about him? Are they thinking he's doing a good job or a bad job? Like, these are all things that you can brainstorm. I'm actually brainstorming or thinking about the the book and the miniseries, The Pillars of the Earth, that was on, oh goodness, I think it was
Stars.
I think it was Showtime, if I'm remembering correctly. But it was all about the building of a cathedral and where the light hits and the architecture of light, basically making a church that filled with light. So those are the kinds of things that I'm thinking about when I'm looking at the Three of Pentacles for.
And you can also do this for character creation as well. So that's a really great episode. Thank you for reminding me about that episode. Because it's been a while. It's been a while since we did that. That was quite a few years ago. Anyone else before we move into the anniversary of the mid-episode reading? Can you believe that? Like, I can't believe that. I just can't. Like, I feel like it was just 2 months ago that I introduced the mid-episode reading, and as it turns out, no, it's been a full year. It's kind of crazy, right? I'm wondering, and I'm also wondering who received the first one. Should we go back to the 3rd anniversary episode to see who received the inaugural mid-episode reading? I'm curious. Let's take a look. I'm going to look. Oh, I think I was still tan from our trip last year. All right. Good. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one. I'm surprised at it being a year too. It's like, yes, it's a year, and no, it can't be a year yet, is it? It is. I didn't know either until I looked, and I'm like, oh crap. Wow. Has been. Ooh, it doesn't want to. Does this not want to load? Interesting. That does not want to load. I'm using the wrong link here. Probably. Let's remove that. Let's try it again. Maybe it's just not meant to be. Ah, there it is. I was using the wrong link. Silly me. There it is. All right, so there's my lovely little countdown. Look how tan I was. Which is absolutely unbelievable. Like, I can't believe I've been doing these live streams pretty much every single week on Friday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the past 3 years. Wasn't I, relatively speaking? I mean, there have been some weeks where I've taken, like, what's the difference really between the Hilary of last year and the Hilary of this year? Probably a lot, but I can't tell the difference. She's a lot tanner because I know she was just back from our big vacation. So, yeah, Fran says, as time marches on, it marches across my face. Same. In the week live streaming. But on the most part, we've got 3 years worth of live streams under our belt. And while I am saying we, and there's just me on the screen, it's you. I couldn't have done.
I think you and I both chatted about that. You private messaged me afterwards, and like I was literally, just to let you know, I was in tears, and I was just so grateful that you met. By the way, that episode that Katie was referencing and that I was referencing, last year's episode, that was the crystals episode. And if you're not familiar with that episode, it's because it was one of the ones that I don't think I was using Be Live yet for my streaming software. And also it was just over and over again. I had to keep on restarting the episode. And then, a bunch of trolls with too much time on their hands just came into the comments and just started insulting my physical appearance. It was very strange. And I learned a lot from that episode, but I'm not going to lie. Like, Katie was very sweet to me and messaged me privately to let me know, like, I don't know what that was all about, but like, you're doing a great job. And I have no idea what's wrong with those people. And you did not seem to be coming apart at the seams, on camera. But I very much was behind the scenes. I was crying. It made me cry. And I think that's a lesson for everybody to know, like, as a public figure, if you're going to do work that means something to you and you want to put yourself out there, there are going to be times where you're not going to be liked. There are going to be times where people say cruel things about you. And that shouldn't stop you from doing what you need to do. It was a hard lesson to learn at the time, though. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, let's see who won the first mid-episode reading. Warm in here. I know I keep on saying that, but I'm going to keep on saying it. It's warm. Okay, I have here the Reflective Tarot, which is based on the Radiant Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, which is more of a traditional classic kind of deck, except it's shiny, which is fun. Katie says you were impressive on screen. It means approximately you have done over 200 episodes in 4 years. Yeah, roughly. Yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning of this episode, like I said at the beginning of that episode, it hasn't been every week, but it has been pretty consistently most Fridays for the past 4 years. So you can't have everything be perfect. Nothing's ever going to be 100% perfect, and you can't allow that to stop you from doing the important things that you're meant to be doing. So, and then I'll also pull one card from the Super Attractor Affirmation deck afterwards too. But first of all, we need to find a winner. We need to choose a winner. So let us do the picker. Hold on. Let me hide this and let me show the picker wheel. So we have Katie, Sophia, Orca Arrow, and Kay Weezy in the running here. I'm going to go and hide that sidebar, and I'm going to show the tab. So back when we had the picker screen wheel instead of the lottery jar, folks. Share. Wow. Tab. Has and been that audio. All right. Can people see that? Hopefully they can. I'm going to go ahead and hide my lower third. All right. Everybody ready? Give me a hell yeah in the chats, and I will spin the wheel. This is very meta going on right now. And good luck to everyone participating. I don't think I've won a single achievement on that. I don't think I've won a single achievement on that game yet. because I think you've been doing it all. So, okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And hell yeah. All right, cool. But by the way, this is the gear up to this week's mid-episode reading. So start thinking about your questions now. Orca Arrow is the winner of the first of the mid-episode readings. So you will be getting a free card reading from me.
That was Bob.
Right freaking now. So complete your reading. So this is also a great way for people to see how I read in a public space in order to kind of get a preview of like how I read if you were to book a reading with me. So, and you know, different strokes for different folks. Like I was saying before, I'm not for everybody, and I know that. You're not for everybody either, and I hope you know that too. If you were pliable or malleable for every single situation and every person, you would probably be very boring and probably be not living the life that you were meant to live. So, okay. Bob, what do you most need to hear right now from the tarot? Okay. 3 cards. All right. It's interesting because I'm getting all reversals for you. Now, reversals are not necessarily bad things. They just mean where the energy is, whether you're in the driver's seat or whether you're the observer, whether you're assertive or passive. So you do have 3 out of 3 cards are coming up reversed for you. So it may be a time to be passive or be observant before making a move. So first card you have is the Justice card coming up reversed. Again, this is the reflective tarot. So you got a little bit of a rainbow shine on these, but they are basically a traditional tarot deck. So with that, it's time for the mid-episode reading. So let's do it, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. All right. Put this up and let us put up I'm gonna put up my stars, you know, considering where, ooh, that's actually really pretty though. Wait a minute. That's cute. That's cute. That's kind of cute. I didn't even know that was a possibility. All right. All right, we're ready to go. So Fran, go ahead and comment. Yes, comment snake, exactly. You guys have been here before, right? So you know the drill. To be considered for the live mid-episode reading, go ahead and comment into the chat. You can comment whatever you want to, but be kind. So Katie is now in the running, putting myself in because anniversary. Still have to think up a question if I win. That's totally okay. And by the way, the very first mid-episode reading that we did last year was Bob asking the question that I normally give to people if they're not sure what to ask is, what do I most need to know right now? So, you know, that's always a possibility there. All right. Wow. Okay. Kathy's here. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi, Hilary. Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're here just in time for the mid-episode reading. Yes, exactly. Fran says, be kind, rewind. Yes, exactly. Oh, Look at this. Max, hey, first timer here. How is everyone? We're doing great, Max. Welcome. You may get a free tarot card reading if you win. So you're here in time for the mid-episode reading. All right. Wow, we've got a lot of people. Got a lot of people this time around. So we've got Katie's in the running, Kathy's in the running, Fran is in the running, Max is in the running if you want to be. And if you don't want the free reading, you can always pass it on to somebody else if you happen to win it, and we will pick another winner. It's okay, it's all good. Because there was one time when someone had already gotten a reading and was ready to give it on to somebody else. So they did. They paid it forward, which is totally okay too. So, yeah, celebrating 4 years of the live stream here. So I'm gonna leave this open for another couple of minutes, and actually we can go ahead and use the countdown widget here. Considering I haven't been using the countdown widget. Since I added it basically to my new opening intro there. So let's go ahead and put this on the side, and 2 minutes on the clock. Contest closes in 2 minutes. So if you do want to be in the running for the mid-episode reading, go ahead and just put a comment into the chat. So if you commented already and you're already in the lottery jar, no need to try and get multiple entries in there. It's only going to be one per person. So, yeah. Sure, if I don't answer, I'm sleeping, so pass it on. Thank you, Max. Welcome for your first time here. You're very accommodating. Thank you. And Kathy says, congratulations, Hilary. Thanks for being consistent. 4 years. Woohoo. Yeah. Can't believe it. Still can't believe it. I say that every year, though. I said it on the 3rd year. I said it on the 2nd year. I probably said it on the 1st year. I'm kind of scared. Should I look at the 1st anniversary one? See what I was talking about? See what I looked like? I mean, I don't think I've changed that much, but you never know. It's hard to evaluate yourself objectively because you don't see the differences. Other people do, but you might not. Let's see. Let's see. While we wait for the contest to close first. Oh, yeah, we had the Goddess series too. We had the 5s and the 7s of the tarot. We've got some of the Tarot by Hilary podcast episodes smattered in here as well. We had stage cards of the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot and what they mean and how they're different. Cards of Your Destiny, Reading Us to Filth. That was last year. Good grief. Like, we've had a lot of episodes here. Is that as loud as I think it is? Is that as loud as I think it is?
I'm feeling it.
Okay. Good to know. Ah, that's why. I see. Couldn't find first because I just said the anniversary episode. Oh my God, guys. I was wearing fake eyelashes. Oh, are we ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you are. Oh, Max, sorry. How often do you stream? Every Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was blonder. Just wait. I was blonde. Yes. But the first anniversary episode, the 1 year anniversary episode, I was not blonde. Can anyone guess what color hair mine was? Yeah, the stage cards, right? Wow, 4 years. Way to go. Oh, Jenny's here. Jenny's here. Okay. Hi. Um, Dina asks, have you done tarot journaling? Have we talked about tarot journaling on the live stream? Yeah, I think so. Not necessarily tarot journaling. I think it was like creating a psychic journal, which I actually did last year, and it wasn't a live show. But I did post it around when the time we were supposed to be streaming live, because we had to meet about the different excursions that we were going to be going on for a trip last year. And I didn't want you guys to be without an episode. So I went and I pre-recorded it, and I had it be a premiere for the time that we usually meet, which is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. So yes, creating your psychic journal. Okay, so Fran's guess is red. No, it's not. It's not red. Jenny says just snuck in. Well, I'm glad we caught you. All right, you want to see? You want to see before we? Yes, yeah. See, chatted about journaling. Yes, I did definitely. So do you want to see? You're gonna be like, what the heck? No one's guessed the correct color hair yet. Until now. Purple. Yeah, I was purple. I was very purple. I don't think you're ready, guys. I don't think you're ready. Yep, and there we go. Dina, didn't you have purple? Yes. Yes, I did. Ready? Let's see. Boom. Going to wait for technology to catch up to me and make sure that we are simulcasting in both places, both on Facebook and on my YouTube channel for this big, fat, huge anniversary episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. So stay tuned for the introductions and who the hell am I if this is the first time you're viewing. And if it is not the first time you're viewing, welcome back, regular viewer. I wouldn't be able to do this for a year without you guys. So hold on. Let me make sure that everything's working and everything's copacetic before I go into my regular spiel. Yeah, those are actually, I can tell you exactly where I got them. Actually. So those were, all right, I'm not going to do that. Those were gotten from Moxie Lash, which are magnetic eyelashes. Basically, there's the lash glue or the lash liner is magnetic, and then there's little magnets in the eyelashes so that you can attach it that way. So I still have a set, but those are humongous. And if I wear contacts, that's when I can wear them. But if I'm wearing my glasses, they're so large and long that they smack against the lenses of my glasses, so I can't use them. But yeah, they were pretty. That's me with a full face of makeup, folks. A little bit different. Because you're hearing it piped in both internally through the computer, through this appearing is just righted. Interested in both shuffling and drawing the cards to include reversals, please. So Katie was already in the broadcast and watched that broadcast. So I answered Katie's question about that. But the quick answer was I didn't really think about that because we are going to be doing actually a Card Slingers Coast to Coast episode on like how we do what we do, because it is kind of like it's getting back to basics, but at the same time, it's like I love these kind of questions because I don't really think about it. I just do it. I'm at that stage in my tarot reading practice where it's just like I don't
I did have this fear at the beginning when I was doing readings of doing something wrong, but now I have this routine, this rhythm. So what Katie was basically asking was like, how do you pull? Do you pull like this, like from the and flip? Because if you do it that way, that means that whatever energetically was reversed is now righted. Or vice versa. If a card was reversed and then you pull it this way, it's then righted.
Yeah. Yes. So first of all, Kathy says you've done some great interviews over the years too. Thank you very much. I love them. And I definitely will bring on more people in upcoming episodes. And Tina's like, this is getting meta. Yes. It's just like a Hilary onto a Hilary onto a Hilary. It's a lot. It's a lot. I agree with you. Katie Fran says, Katie has been here from day one. Who else? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat if you've been here from day one. There's a lot of people who have been around for all of the years that I've been doing this live stream. It's kind of crazy. All right, let's get to the mid-episode reading. So enough of this meta stuff, right? Yep. Yeah, that's those, I call them flyer cards or jumper cards, Max. I let the cards jump, then I read the way that they fall. Yeah. Yeah, so that you can do both the advice cards, the flyer cards, or the jumper cards, and also positional meanings. It could be that two of them fall over this way, two of them fall over this way, or one's up over here. You know, once you learn the rules of tarot, that's when you can start to have some fun with it and personalize it and understand this is how tarot speaks to me. So that's a great example. All right. Let's close up the contest because it's been open for a while here. And let's do the mid-episode reading. So close that. Contest is now closed. Let's pick a winner. Oh, that's weird. I'm not sure who that... It's either Kathy or it's Max. I mean, what the heck? All right, whoever... I'm gonna try and make this as fair as possible. Whoever puts in their question first is the winner of the mid-episode reading. Does that sound fair to everybody? Even if it doesn't sound fair to everybody, that's what I'm doing. So, Max, Kathy, whoever puts in your question first is the one that's going to get the reading. Go. That's never happened before. All right, go, go, go. And I will be doing your reading. Oh, that's very nice of you, Max. That's very nice. Give it to Kathy. All right, Kathy. There you go. All right. What do I need to know in the next month? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read for you from our deck of the month for card of the day pulls, which has been the Fountain Tarot. Yeah, I think that's what happened there, Katie. So many people have broke the lottery jar. Or no time. Okay. What do I need to know? What do I need to know? Or just what do I need to know? Or what do I need to know in the next month? Okay. Not a problem. So I have been using the Fountain Tarot for card of the day pulls. And so here's what the Fountain Tarot looks like. Very pretty. Very pretty. Love it. Love it. We stand. Good packaging. But here's the thing. So I am going to tell you the card of the day from today because I feel like for some reason it's applicable for you. And then I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the card of the day into the deck and then pull 3 more cards. Okay. So the card of the day for today was the World card reversed. Okay. And the reversed meanings include partial success, a disappointing outcome, lack of fortitude, a failed attempt, and fear of one's own power. And basically, my interpretation of the card of the day for today was something needs to be integrated, because when the World card comes up upright, it's usually like, okay, there's closure and you've learned all the lessons that you need to learn. And now you're ready for the new cycle to begin. But when the World card comes up reversed, like it did today, it's a sign that something needs to complete in order for the next cycle to start. Whatever lesson it is that you need to learn, you haven't learned it yet. There's something about it that you're not willing to accept. There's something about it that you haven't learned fully yet. And so this might be addressing some of the things that have been coming up for you, where it's just like, like repeating lessons, like, why the hell do I still keep on having this problem? Not necessarily with this person, but with like different people, but it's the same problem. And it's just like, it's not necessarily a blaming you kind of thing, but it's just like, if this is the pattern and the pattern is following me into different situations, like, how am I supposed to rectify that pattern? And it may be to look to yourself to see, what lessons do I need to understand in order to be able to finally integrate this particular learning into my life, to be able to move on and experience something new instead of the old pattern that keeps on repeating. So that, I think, is a part of your reading. And what do you need to know in the next month? Or just what do you need to know? What do you need to know right now? So I have put the World card back into the deck, and we're going to shuffle. Now, if the World card comes up again and it comes up reversed again, like, more emphasis on that. Okay. But what do you need to know? Okay. Yeah. Or if it jumps. Yes, exactly. But no, we have, no, we, it's almost, so the fact that the World card didn't come up again, it's just like you're like, message received. Like, yes, I know. And it's almost as if you're not quite sure what lesson it is that you need to integrate, because you can't put your finger on it. But hopefully these cards that came up for the reading and what do you need to know will help you to kind of pinpoint that a little bit more. So the 3 cards that you've received for your reading, 2 out of the 3 cards are upright. The 3rd card is reversed. However, the reversed card is the 5 of Cups, which I generally like to see reversed, because when the 5 of Cups is upright, it's more of an emphasis of like, woe is me, like looking to the past, kind of like crying over spilt milk. The fact that it's reversed, to me, is mourning in the right place, basically. So 9 of Cups, I'll hold up the card and I will also read from the guidebook and give you, of course, my own interpretation. But 9 of Cups, it's just like, I'm not going to try and speak out of turn, but things are like actually like looking up for you. The fact that the 9 of Cups is coming up upright is like kind of a good card here. It's just like, it's almost as if there's this underlying too good to be true kind of energy, where it's just like, everything is going really well. Why do I feel like a sense of dread? And so sometimes it's just like, it has that feeling of, when good things are happening for you, you have that sense of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, when are things going to go wrong? So 9 of Cups, the key word or the key phrase for the 9 of Cups in the Fountain Tarot is shared happiness. The 9 of Cups is a moment of emotional fulfillment and satisfaction, a powerful card of giving and receiving.
As the phrase goes, joy shared is happiness returned. You've been blessed, and now it's time to welcome others to the table for an abundant feast. And upright meanings are contentment, emotional satisfaction, success, a wish fulfilled, pervasive wellness, and good karma. So the fact that the world card was coming up reversed, and I feel like it pertains to your reading, even though it was our card of the day, like it does feel a little bit of a tinge of like good things are happening for you. Like let good things happen for you. And try not to read too much into good things happening for you. Like there is this sense sometimes of like, you know, not wanting to anger the gods because you're so happy, like trying to like kind of minimize things, you know, which is interesting because I was just talking to Courtney about this yesterday, about grief and about like when things finally happen well for you, like there that feeling of like, you know, trying to protect that happiness by minimizing it a little bit. Don't minimize your happiness. You know, like good things are happening for you, and you know, let them happen for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Yes, or focus on the negative rather than receive the blessings. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like you you know what I'm talking about, right? Um, okay. So so you've got the 9 of cups. You also have the 6 of cups. And yes, I did shuffle thoroughly, by the way. So the 6 of cups is joy revisited. Interesting, right? Two children share a moment of innocent love with each other as one gives a flower and the other receives it. A persistent memory of happiness from the past, feelings, the sensations, the warmth. It is a connection to a familiar person or object that renews this experience and revives a sense of joy. It's a gentle reminder of your need to approach life with innocence. Exactly. So, kind of what I was saying with the 9 of cups, where it's just like good things are happening, and like there is this sense of like trying to find the bad in it, or it's like, what is this person trying to get out of me? Or it's just like, they're not like, be innocent, like even be a little bit naive, like allow people to do nice things for you, and don't think of it as having an ulterior motive. Sometimes people will do nice things for you because they want to do nice things for you, right? um Beauty can be created in an instant, making everything feel all right, at least for a while. So the meanings are warm memories, simple pleasures, remembered joy, temporary relief, a pining for the familiar, and idealizing of the past. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I am sitting in the flow of water and emotion. Yeah. Let yourself sit there. Let yourself sit in the water, in the flow. Be in the flow. It's okay to be in the flow. Um, so Max is leaving. Good night. You're all wonderful and beautiful. Thank you so much, Max. It's nice to meet you. Hopefully we'll see you again soon next Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, that one hits. That one hits. Okay, cool. So actually, 3 out of the 3 cards are cups cards. So this is a very cupsy kind of reading. So finally, you do have the 5 of cups here, but the 5 of cups is reversed, which I'm saying is a good thing, I think. So the key phrase for the 5 of cups, whether upright or reversed, is befriending grief. So meanings of the reversal are a new experience of equilibrium, new partnerships, a hopeful future, cheerful attitude, and emotional growth. Like it's just like there is that understanding of, you know, being in grief, mourning loss, but also not staying there. Like you can't stay there. And you know that. You know you can't stay there. And it's very interesting to have such positive cards, the 9 of cups, the 6 of cups, and then to have this 5 of cups reversed. You know, it's just like it very much feels like you are wary
of the happiness that you've been experiencing. Because in your experience, it hasn't lasted. It's not meant to last. If you're happy or if you're joyful, it's not meant to last. Something always comes along to ruin it. Something always comes along to mar it. And, you know, at this point in your journey, you're starting to understand, like, I don't have to be this way. I don't have to continue to accept these things or accept that treatment. Like, I am worthy of so much more. But it's very scary because it's hard to change how you've been in the past. So in the Five of Cups, the tug towards disillusionment is strong, but being thoughtful and gentle in this moment will put the past in the past where it belongs. The cups will fill again, the storm will pass. Feel the pain and keep one foot on solid ground. Again, the reversal, it's just like the pain might be dissipating. It may be going toward the past. You know you can't stay there. And this doesn't have to necessarily be like a normal grief. You know, it could be the loss of anything, the loss of a job, the loss of a relationship. It doesn't have necessarily have to be a death. You know, it's just like allow good things to happen, because they can happen for you and people want good things for you without an ulterior motive, is basically the summary of the reading. And change, letting go of the old to let new in. What a great reading. You're very welcome. You're welcome, Kathy. So, and thank you again to Max for first timer, given away the reading to, I think, the person that needed it the most too. Whew. All right. And I think I needed that too. I think, like, if you're listening, if you're watching this, doesn't matter if you're watching this live or you're watching the replay at a different time, if that message hits for you, if your name is not Kathy and that message hits for you, like, take it, use it. Like, that's what it's there for. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome, Kathy. Whoo! All right. Dang, Tarot, why you gotta come for us? It's so good. It's so good. I love tarot so much. It's the reason I love tarot so much. Well, thank you, Kathy, for participating in the mid-episode reading. It's not easy to put yourself out there and be read publicly. So thank you. Thank you for your vulnerability and for allowing me the honor of reading for you. Thank you all for witnessing as well. I'm going to go ahead and close that lottery jar. And I'm going to put up one of our oldie but goodie overlays by popular demand. I know everyone loves the stars, so I'm going to just drop it in there. Leave the comment snake going. We can always leave the comment snake going. Yep, Katie's correct. Tarot always comes for us. Some of us more so than others. I know you all like a good when divination comes for me moment. That's another one of my favorite episodes, was the Cards of Destiny episode, where I talked about the playing cards and their associations. Not necessarily playing cards. It's different. It's a different system. It's not like you're randomly pulling cards. It's more math-based than that. And I did try and explain it as well as I could in that episode, because I'm not entirely familiar with the system. But I did pull up some stuff for that. And like at the time where I was pulling up the different cards that were applicable, it was like the writer phase of my life, and that was literally when I was writing the book, I think. Yeah, I think so. Let me see if I can pull that up, because that was interesting. Let's see. And then I'm gonna have to do the weekend forecast and sit down and have something to eat, because I am very jealous of Mr. Tarot by Hilary and his sandwich right now. I'm very jealous of you and your sandwich right now. I'm ready to eat. All right. Let's see. Cards of Destiny. I can actually see in the episode preview me and being come for by that particular deck. I can see it. I can see it in the preview. But you'll see in a second. Let's see. And if you have other suggestions for past episodes that were your favorites, let me know in the chat. But we are going to be winding up soon. Oh, no, that one's not working either. Never mind. Not that one. There we go. Let's see. There we go. That pre-orders can be very, very helpful and are like the driving force for like bestseller lists and, you know, public interest. And also, you know, if people want me to write another book, like having that anticipation for the book, I believe is something that publishers do look at and take into account.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah. So I've dropped that into the chat wherever you're tuning in from, even if you're watching the replay. So if you're interested in, you know, pre-ordering my book, the link's right there. You know, it's just, I'm at a loss. And if I think about it, I'm going to cry. April, that's, you know, I'm gonna graduate from the Gala Darling method. That's happening in Vegas. I will take you along and document my journeys and my travels on my phone. And, you know, check me out on my social media accounts so you can keep up with my adventures. As soon as I got home from that retreat, I think I don't know if I ordered it or I found it in the bookstore. I think I was lucky enough to find it on the bookstore that they actually had it in stock, which was surprising to me. So this is the paperback, and it's quite large. It's not like really book size. I think this is more of a, is this in a, all right, like, here's the differences. So here's Jamie's book, Tarot Inspired Life, and here's Cards of Your Destiny. So I think the size of this has to do with some of the charts that are in it, because you go in here and on the inside front cover and the first page, you have the birth and planetary ruling card charts. And then the continuation of that. So it's a lot, and it's like small print too. And there is an asterisk too here that says denotes cusp birth date. See page 109 for full explanation. So I'm going to probably flounder a bit in talking with you about this because I don't fully understand it. Let's see. Let's skip ahead. It's like, here's a birth card.
So this is mostly chapter 2 of this book, your place among the cards. All the information you will need to do a reading can be found in the cards. The most important card, the specific card that represents each of us, is our birth card. However, there are other cards that represent us and other people. There are also cards that tell us where the events will be in our lives, or what the events will be in our lives. Then there's also personality cards for women, personality cards for men, exceptions for homosexuals and bisexuals. Thank you very much. And the cards I use in during yearly spreads. I usually focus on the yearly spreads for just 2 cards, the birth card and planetary ruling card. So I think we should just focus on the birth cards. Thus, it can be a harbinger of an important message for you, one which will lead you to a higher purpose and lifestyle in the spiritual sense. This is a long-range card, which is considered to be one of the most important influences of the year, a place where a lot of your attention will go. And by the way, all of this text is from Robert Lee Camp, who wrote Cards of Your Destiny. That's nuts. I feel really called out right now. I'll go backwards to the other comments. The business owner, 100%. Wow. Yeah. So Katie's saying same. What, and being called out, or you got the same cards? Book writing. Okay. Okay. Sure. 3 of clubs. Oh, all right. Now you're just showing off. 3 of clubs. The writer's card. The writer's card? Are you kidding me? All right. The 3 of clubs is the card of mental creativity, so much so that it is called the writer's card. On the other hand, it can be the card of worry and indecision and mental stress. How about both? Whenever this card appears in your reading, you will have an opportunity to either get the benefits of heightened creativity of mind or suffer the liability of more stress and indecision. I swear I didn't read this stuff before talking about the book writing, okay? You can't make this shit up. I don't know if we're going to do a weekend forecast because we're being called out so hard by playing cards right now that I don't even think we have capacity to be called out by the tarot or an oracle card. Anyway, use this influence for writing, either personally or professionally. Express yourself to all you meet and you will reap positive rewards. And I am currently in my Mercury 52-day period of your year. This period began on April 8th and will end on May 30th. This is not funny. Oh. Ordering Cards of Your Destiny or ordering my book, Renee? Ah! I know you all love when I get called out on these live streams, and that one was a big call out. Yes. So Kathy says, I think I watched this episode live back in the day. It's so familiar. Yep. Mm-hmm. You probably did. And yeah, Katie, there's a good website that does Cards of Destiny. That was probably the website that I was referencing, the one that I have displayed right there with the birth card, the yearly, and the 52-day card, and the daily card. Woo! Yeah, there you go. I used it for a while until it came too often for me. Yeah, that happens. By the way, fair warning to those of you who are new to the live stream, the cards will start coming for you. All right. I think that's a really great last episode to feature on this 4-year anniversary episode. Unless people want one more,
go ahead and feel free to put it into the chat. And I'm going to grab a deck for weekend forecast. It's that time because I got to eat something. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, I have a couple of decks over here that I got from Paris de Bono, in this bag, but it's been a while since I've read from it, so I think I need to grab another deck. Yeah, I need to grab another deck. Without completely destroying everything. Unless, of course, we want to revisit this, like really revisit it and see if I can find the website for that. I should be able to, considering I just found the episode for it. Let's see. Destiny cards. I think it's Know Your Destiny Cards, I think is the name of the website. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's revisit this because I know you all love a good putting Hilary on blast moment. Okay, so my birth card is always going to be my birth card. It's always going to be the King of Diamonds. That's not going to change, right? Yeah, true. Okay. While I'm pulling up this information, you don't need to show it, but I'm glad you brought your tapping learnings into here. It added to your knowledgeable offerings you bring here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I mean, I have those on the Tube of You in a playlist. I've got two playlists, actually. Requested tapping videos that I've done myself. So these are tapping videos that I have created, and you can follow along. And then there's another playlist that I've created called EFT/tapping videos. And these are tapping videos that I've sourced from different places and different practitioners, like Gala Darling, like Brad Yates, Tap with Brad, like Julie Sherman, I think her name is, like Tap Into Magic. I think her name is Caitlin. Who else? Bunch of them, bunch of different tapping videos, and I have not added those tapping videos into the playlist without test driving them first, so I know that they're effective for me. That's the only reason I will add them to the playlist, and I will test drive every single one of them that I add before I add. Oh my goodness, that's so great to hear. Kathy says tapping has really helped me. Awesome, that's great. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear it. So yes, let's do a quick revisiting of the Destiny card. So my birth card is the King of Diamonds, the business owner. That's not going to change. I already talked a little bit about that. So the yearly card for this year is the Three of Clubs, which is the writer card. Does this mean I have another book in me? What's going on here? My yearly card became, my yearly card was my 52. I'm not joking, guys. I'm not joking. It's the Three of Clubs. It's the writer's card. Fuck. Yeah, this is a long range card, which is considered to be one of the most important influences of the year, a place where a lot of your attention will go. Use influence for writing either personally or professionally. Express yourself to all you meet, and you will reap positive rewards. I have been teaching a lot this year, too. Good grief, man. All right, the 52K, the 52, hold on. The 52-day card for me is the Jack of Hearts, the card of sacrifice through love. The Jack of Hearts is known as the Christ card, or the card of spiritual sacrifice. Whenever it is present, you will feel and be encouraged to elevate your thinking, speaking, and acting to a higher level. You may also decide to make some sort of personal sacrifice when this influence is present. This would likely be for the sake of someone younger than yourself, though it can take other forms. The period position will delineate the exact nature of the sacrifice you feel impelled to make. In any case, this card does bring a strong dose of higher spiritual love into our lives and will encourage us to do things from a higher motive than usual. This period began on July 21st, 2023, and will end on September 11th, 2023. I don't know what that's about, but I'm sure I'm going to find out. Yeah. Katie says, yeah, me too, about tapping. You don't even know you need it until you're yawning away as she takes us through it. Yep. Yep. And Kathy says about the writer card, another book. Maybe. So the daily card for me today is the 9 of Clubs, the card of universal knowledge and the giver of knowledge. Okay. That's a little on the nose there. The 9 of Clubs literally means completion of plans or ideas. When this card appears, it will signal a time when some ideas, ways of thinking, or communicating, or some personal plans of yours are ready to end. If you choose to resist this ending, you will experience great disappointment, stubbornly holding on to things, ideas, or plans that are no longer useful or helpful to you. If it seems that things are going against you when this card is present, it is probably because you are resisting letting go of something that in reality is no longer doing you any good. On the positive side, you're ready to awaken to a new and higher way of thinking that will be better than you have imagined. The 9 of Clubs has been known to signal a time when powerful spiritual experiences may occur, such as universal consciousness, and also indicates the success of any endeavors that involve spreading higher truths to the world. So this is your Mars day. You are feeling energetic and competitive. Watch out for arguments. Sex could be great. I'll talk to you later. So that is Destiny cards. KnowYourDestinyCards.com. But again, like, this is a calculator that is on that site on the right sidebar. And all of the text is coming from the book Cards of Your Destiny. But it's just an easier way to understand those concepts. So it's KnowYourDestinyCards.com, I believe. So I'll go ahead and I'll put it into the chat. If it actually sends. Not sure if it's sent or not. Hold on. Thank you, Katie. I don't know why, for some reason, I wasn't able to put it into the chat. I did put it in there, and then it just went into the ether. KnowYourDestinyCards.com. Yeah. That's correct. KnowYourDestinyCards.com. Yep. That's correct. Okay, but it is based on your birthday, so. All right. Okay. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode. Let me actually grab a deck, though. Let's finish this strong. Where are my decks? want an oracle deck. Actually, I have a treat for you guys. So Fran says, I cleaned out a drawer this week for my decks. Good for you, Fran. That's great. That's great to hear. I need to get more organized and actually unpack my decks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from the Cartomancer poker deck, archetypal playing cards, since we were just talking about playing cards and Cards of Your Destiny. This, by the way, is if Mr. Tarot by Hilary was a card reader, this would be the deck that he would use. He really has this attraction to this particular deck. And he's pulled from them before, and his readings have been pretty good from this deck. So I'm just like, are you sure you don't want to like continue to work with it? And he's like, yeah, no. So let's do the weekend forecast. And remember, we do this every Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or in some cases, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time once I get home. So these shuffle really nicely. Really nice feel to them. All right, what do we need to know for this weekend? Whoop. Okay, that's a flyer. All right. Creativity. So the 4 of Hearts with the keyword of creativity. So let's see what that means, because it's been a while. Let's see, spades, hearts. So the suit is hearts. The theme is intuition. The period of life is midlife, and the element is water. This is the suit of intuition and the unconscious. Like the element of water running deep into the earth, intuition runs deep into your spirit. Represented by midlife with themes such as love, commitment, incertitude, and ending with harmony. So the 4 of Hearts is creativity. To explore the heights of imagination through new forms. Expressing yourself without letting fear of failure hold you back, and remaining open-minded. So I believe in this deck is there's some italicized words. I'm not sure if that means the reversal or not. Let me look. I don't think so. I think it's just all keywords. So 4 of Hearts. 4 of Hearts this weekend. Remain creative, remain open. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. A lot kinder than I thought it was going to be, so thank you. And also 4 for the 4th anniversary episode. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure doing this for you for 4 years, hopefully 4 more years. Again, we do this every Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to book a reading with me or a tapping session with me, you can totally do so, and I'd encourage you to do so at tarotbyhilary.com. That's Hilary with 1 L. Yeah. Whew. Time to go eat. Thank you, Hilary. You're very, very welcome. Kathy says, enjoy your dinner. See you next week. Katie says, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Oh, and by the way, we do have a new episode of the Card Slingers Coast to Coast podcast. And I believe it's about the star card. It's another deep dive into the major arcana with the star card. So check that out. And we did another recording of an episode that will be out in October. So we are continuing to do Card Slingers episodes. So check that out wherever you subscribe to your podcast, Card Slingers Coast to Coast. And we may be doing some things to support the podcast, or creating some things for you to be able to support the podcast. So look out for that in the upcoming months. Okay. Bye, everybody. And once again, I'm Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. Have a fabulous weekend. Have a great week ahead of you. And I will see you again Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.